I envisage each bike when I'm on the phone with the client for the first time, describing what they want. I've already built it, and then you spend the next 6 months chasing that and see it through to the end. So,
where did life start for this one?
Say 1975, triple numbers matching R90S that was originally Daytona Orange. Very desirable bike now. Everyone's decided that they're worth a fortune. Made it midnight blue metallic to match my client's 991 Targa, Porsche 911 Targa. It's his idea and I love it. I totally condone.
Is this the only gas tank in this color that you've done?
There are many variations of blue. This is midnight blue metallic. It's the only midnight blue metallic. It's the only smoke paint job that we've ever done. We've hand painted the pinstripe, whereas the factory put a sticker on it at this point. Well, start from the front as usual.
Yeah,
you'll see that it's sitting pretty low to the ground. We've got 17-inch wheels front and rear. The factory bike came 19 on the front, 18 on the back. The Öhlins upside down fork is shorter than the factory fork as well. Whopping great Brembo GP4 calipers, dual discs. The original had a floating single piston Arte caliper, dual. The R90S was like the dual disc brake bike and they were useless. Like the brakes are so bad on the original.
So not the original spokes from the original bike?
Oh, dude, no. That is a machined aluminum wheel hub with stainless steel spokes to a 17-inch sun rims. Lowers it, increases acceleration, sharpens everything.
And what tires are she running?
These are Bridgestones. Bridgestone Battleax BT46 Canyon Carver. What we also did, just jump into the back, is short wheelbase, 2 inches shorter than factory.
So, and how does that actually work from the frame? Do you cut? What's the like?
This swing arm houses the drive shaft, and that's from a 1970 to 1972.
So you didn't cut the original, you just replaced it with a shorter one?
Just, yes.
Well, got it. So that's the...
How else can you belittle our hard work, Simon?
So starting with the lights.
Something we've seen before. Adaptive LED motodemic light. Lean left, lights up left. Lean right, lights up right. We've seen it many times now. You'll also see my client's got a sticker on it that opens his gate. Gated community.
And the key on this one?
Really love the original key. Folds flat, mounted in the position that was original to the bike. Clearly not original though, because it's on those big upside down forks. We made that. You'll see the triples are clear anodized as opposed to black. Vapor blasted the whole drivetrain. R90S also had the black painted cylinders with increased displacement to 1000 cc, Euro high compression pistons.
How clean is that engine?
Oh, it's wonderful. Like, so, unless you're restoring a bike or building a custom, unless you take the whole thing apart and vapor blast it, it's like trying to clean cast aluminum is just an impossible job. This is some of our classic recipe. Motor gadget, motor scope, tiny, integrated into the top triple, low, streamline, with a riser. No one wants clip-ons. You want to sit on the bike and be in the original riding position. Like, it's still sporty. You can scoot back and lean down. I was on this bike 2 or 3 days ago, scooting around town, and very agile, very point and shoot, swift.
Got it. And the mirrors, is that your...
Actually, I didn't put those mirrors on. My client decided it needed mirrors, and I love his choice. Totally approve of what he did. We've got bar end turn signals. I don't know what to tell you about those other than they are bright.
And is this one of your custom handlebar designs and builds?
That's a Renthal handlebar /5 hand controls. Very, like, way more elegant than the /6 hand controls that this bike would have originally had, deviating from factory.
And so what would the original handlebars look like? Are they higher? How is it?
A little clunkier, black clunky with some colourful plastic buttons. These would have been originally black, but the design is far more Art Deco. We made them silver, put polished levers on and silver switches, and then braided the wire in this silver sheath in to try and disguise it a little bit. Öhlins rear suspension. License plate mount is mounted under the seat for a little sporty look, keeping things tight and compact. Another fun fact is this bike retains its original Delortos. You can tell they're the originals by their metal tops. The new ones are black plastic caps. To see a metal top on the bike is just a neat tidbit for anyone that cares.
What do you think? What's the percentage of this bike you think is original?
Well, it's triple numbers matching, right? So that means that the engine matches the frame and the headstock matches the number that's stamped into the frame.
What about the mufflers?
Handmade stainless steel reverse cone muffler from our friends at Cone. A stainless steel header going into a stainless steel reverse cone muffler. Louder than factory, but sophisticated at idle, and it's got a wonderful tone to it. It doesn't get loud until you're really opening it up.
What would the originals have looked like? I mean, what's the difference?
Here's the fact. The originals made the engine sound like a sewing machine. People have done lots of different things throughout the years, drilling holes in the back of them, trying to make them breathe a little more. This is the way. So imagine that the rear wheel sits 2 inches further out.
Yeah.
The exhaust pipe's finished level with the rear wheel. So imagine the factory muffler with a short wheelbase, and all of a sudden you've got these like danglies out the back. There's this obscure like Café racer design rule that your exhaust is supposed to finish in line with your rear axle. I don't think that's a strict rule. It doesn't with our bobber. It finishes way short. But this is a very classic Café racer design. Negative space through the triangle here. That's a key feature. Got our lithium battery hidden under the gas tank. You'll just see it teetering here.
And the difference in weight between the lithium?
Teetering.
The original weight versus this?
Oh, I can't tell you what it weighs originally, but this bike now is ballpark 400 pounds. So shed at least 100 pounds of crap.
I mean, what about the battery itself? That must have been big.
Got a factory battery, weighs about 20 pounds.
And this one?
2.
Yeah. Well, there you've got 18.
Yeah, and then you imagine you've got a fairing cockpit.
Yeah.
Then you've got twice the amount of exhaust, full of baffle.
A lot of metal.
There's a lot of metal. Then you've got wheels. They would have been larger wheels, which means larger tyres, all weight.
And
the words of Colin Chapman, add lightness.
And then what about the saddle on this, the design of the saddle and the fabric?
This is an all vinyl seat with a little Café racer hump, which is something that I designed maybe 10 years ago and really ran with it. You've got rear passenger pegs. If you want to sling a passenger on the back, you absolutely can. And it's soft and comfy.
Ah. And the rear light system on this one?
Frenched in, tail light, brake light, turn signals, one piece. Okay, so I'm leaning into the fact I forgot about these intake manifolds. In 1970, BMW introduced the R75/5. They painted these intake manifolds silver. Over the last 50 years, the silver kind of golds out. And knowing that these exhausts were going to turn a champagne-y gold color, and then we've got the gold reservoir and the gold forks, I ran these that came up my private stash. When a client gets a motorcycle from me, they are merely the custodian. It's my bike. You're allowed to look after it and ride it. I'm really proud of this. I love how this turned out.
And that blue plate.
Oh, an original California blue plate motorcycle. Yep. She's a cutie.
Fast.
Fast. Fun. Fast is a feeling, Simon, not a number.